Once again, rolling it live. Well, not quite live. We'll get there eventually, folks. I know I'm a procrastinator when it comes to doing everything I say I want to do. Joel of All Vapes kicking it with you once again. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. Please click that subscribe button, because as those numbers go up, more product comes out. You know what I mean? I love to make new friends. Brand new company, especially if you guys saw the last review that I did of the 100 watt skull mod, that Stabwood skull mod. Still absolutely love that thing. The 24 karat gold plating up. But it's not always about luxury. Sometimes it's just about form, function, and practicality. Well, Vaportech brought this little dude right here. Now, what do I got here? This one is called the Little Bee. At 120 watts on just a single stick mod with one battery. Now, it's compatible with an 18650, a 2700, and a 21700, at least so they say. It might be a small diameter 21700. I actually tried using my 21700 from iJoy, and I was having some issue trying to put it into the stick mod. It actually wouldn't fit. The outer diameter was just a little bit wider than the bottom of the mod itself in order to get everything to work properly. So what I'm going to do is kind of bust through some of this stuff. I'm going to show you everything that I got. Okay, so you saw it, you loved it, you want to see more? Absolutely you do. Okay, so this is the Vaportech Little Bee 120 watt mod. Now, one of the things that I'll start out saying is this thing is extremely light. This is a really big thing for me. It's the compatibility with the 18650, 2700, and 21700 batteries. Every new vaping device and mod on the market that is either going to come out is going to be one of two things: compatible fully with 2700 batteries and 21700 batteries, or just go straight to either one of those. And it's usually the single or the dual. Most that I've seen is series, so you're getting the greatest amount of power right to where it needs to go. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a demonstration into what I'm talking about here. Now, the cool thing about the Little Bee is that it comes with an 18650 sleeve. Now, I'm not going to dump out all of my 18650s just because I've got a slew of 2700s, you know what I mean? And I did try this with an 18650. It does definitely give you power, okay? I'll say that much. Not a whole lot for an 18650. But you remember when we were all happy with 18650s. Everything was working golden. Life was good, but we're always spoiled when something new, bigger, and faster comes out. Now, the mod itself is 25.5 millimeters. The tank itself is 24.5 millimeters. So there's a full millimeter difference. So it's not exactly completely flush up and down, but you know, I don't much mind, to be honest with you, because I can always slap an iJoy Diamond sub-ohm tank on this bad boy and it's gonna look amazing one way or the other. And the mesh coil that we got in this bad boy for the Little Bee tank is about 0.15. So it goes from 40 to 90 watts for a complete and total top out. Now, 18650 isn't gonna give you much, but it is what it is. So we'll kind of play around with it a little bit and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But still a pretty good vape. I'm used to something with a little bit more of an immediate fire. Boom, you know what I mean? So a lot of that also has to do with just the power output. Now, there is no locking function on this mod, so you can go 1, 2, 3, and pretty much all it is just hitting the button 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is going to turn it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, typical standard stuff is going to turn it back on. It does have a micro USB charge port, so that makes it a little bit easier. One thing I will recommend is that you not use that unless you absolutely need it. And in terms of those of you that do not have a charge bay for your batteries, that really is the best way to go. Take your batteries after a few days, whatever, stick them in the charge port and just let them charge. It's the best way to do it because you're going to get the fullest amount of amperage into your batteries, and they just really will last longer. Now, I'm slapping in my 2700 battery into this bad boy, the iJoy 2700 battery, fully charged, supposedly 40 amp. I haven't gotten into the nitty gritty of all that stuff, okay, but I don't know if you can hear the difference, but it definitely is a little bit of a harder burn. And definitely a lot warmer, okay? So, the one thing I will say about this coil is that it is not the greatest in terms of flavor output. But at this point, all I'm doing is comparing it to the only two coils that I know I've used that I actually like, which is the Freemax OG mesh coil, or of course the iJoy Diamond mesh coil. Those two deliver really solid cloud and superior flavor. So far, the Little Bee mesh coil, the flavor is good, but it is not the best flavor that I've definitely ever tried. The full output of the cloud, it looks deep and rich and dense, but I'm used to just more of a massively powerful cloud. And of course, there's just a little bit of a lag in the overall fire time. Probably a heck of a lot longer than we've all gotten spoiled with up to this point. Ergonomically speaking, this thing is absolutely lovely, okay? It's perfect. The bubble tank thing is a little bit more of an aesthetic difference for, well, the majority of any individual. In my personal opinion, putting a bubble tank on a stick mod is one of the worst ideas you could possibly have. And I know that for a fact because I've actually broken the bubble tank on one of my stick mods. But the cool thing is that it also comes with a straight up and down glass sleeve for your tank. So if you just want to go straight up and down, get the perfect flush look, you can definitely do that. So the Little Bee mod is also going to come with a spare 0.15 ohm coil, and of course you're going to get the bajillion and one-th micro USB charging cord is going to come with that. That little green 18650 sleeve that you saw, that's going to come with that too. And of course you got the tank with a pre-installed coil with this bad boy. Now, I don't even have a US price point for you guys for the Little Bee from Vaportech. Now, another cool little aspect of the Little Bee tank is that it is top filling and a really smooth opening. And I know everybody's got those itty bitty little pet peeves. One of the things that I hate about the top filling tanks, some of them, is that they're a pain in the butt to open, but I can do it with one little finger and, you know, actually without trying to hit the fire switch. But I digress. You guys can see what I'm talking about. It's really super simple. I love the top fill mechanisms, and it's not a very loud draw either. So you got the air intake, but there's no whistling or harsh, you know, backdraft going on there when it comes to every inhale. It's perfect, and it's completely adjustable. So I like mine all the way open so I get the most amount of air, largest amount of vapor, because I'm a straight to lung vape, you know what I mean? But the one thing that I have noticed, like I mentioned before, is that the 21700 battery that I have, the outside diameter of this bad boy is just not small enough to fit. So that's about as far in as I can get this guy. And it says it's fully compatible with a 21700, but perhaps just not my favorites, the iJoy 21700. So you know, I even kind of twisted it around and did it backwards just for reference wise. And even if I did put it in a reverse polarity, it's fully protected for that, which is the cool thing. And it still won't fit. It doesn't go any further than about that. So darn it, I'm going to have to stick with my 2700 batteries. Incredibly simple to use. Like I said, the typical 5-button turn off, turn on, and of course you got your little manual that shows you all about how to use the tank as well as some of the protections. Now the minimum support resistance for this is 0.05 ohms. The battery indicator is actually kind of a cool aspect too. The outside LED light around the fire button will flash red to indicate a battery with anywhere between 3 to 3.7 volts. The light around the button will turn green for a battery that goes anywhere between 3.7 to 4.2. So hence you've got the large voltage amp output. And the cool thing is the button will definitely let you know where your battery is left. So starts to turn red when everything goes down just a little bit, you know when to recharge, which is pretty cool. And one of the other aspects that I think is kind of neat that I'll mention is that anything over a 12-second fire, and the light will start to blink about 8 times to let you know, okay, things are getting just a little bit too high in the mercury. We're gonna shut things down for you right now, and just anything over 12 seconds, it just completely shuts off. So it's got its automatic protections, which is really, really cool. Nothing about the Little Bee is overcomplicated, which I absolutely love. Go on Instagram, check out Vaportech. They're my boys. They're really great people. Definitely check them out. Look at all the pictures. If you have any other questions, slap something in the comment section below. Hit me up a DM on Instagram. Incidentally, if you're not following my Instagram page, please do. Also subscribe to me here, Joe of All Vapes, on YouTube. And I'm gonna do what I can from time to time to do some Instagram fundraisers to help raise some money to help out some of the rescued dogs all around the United States. Great organization called the New York City Second Chance Rescue. You can also contribute to their cause, a little bit of a PayPal donation, and you can look for that in the comment section below as well. All the information for that is on one of the posts on my Instagram page. So, without taking too much of your precious time, once again, thank you so much. This is Joe of All Vapes, your eye in that vaping sky, wishing you to stay humble forever. Love yourselves, love each other, spread the love, guys. Keep it cloudy, and of course, pinky out while catching yourself a little bee. Hey everybody, this is Joe of All Vapes. Thank you for watching. For the best in vape reviews, pound that subscribe button, and don't forget, vaping saves lives.